Welcome to episode 103 of the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. This is your host, Travar, joined by the other host, Mom.
Mom.
Yep. Okay. She was excited to do that.
I'm happy to be here.
Great. I'm happy you're here too. How was your week?
It was a week. Quite a week. It was a busy week. Very, very, very busy. But I'm glad it's Friday.
You know, you speak like a Japanese person. You say all the most vaguest things and never give. You gotta give details.
Okay. How was your week?
No. I'm not gonna give you an example. You know how this goes. How was your week? I was busy. I did ABC. Oh, let me tell you about D.
You want to really hear about all that?
I mean, just make it entertaining.
Well, it's not. It's work. It is my busiest week of the month at work. And I just sit at a computer, stare at a computer, do things on the computer all day. I have to pull myself away to remember to take a break. My knee hurts because I forget to get up. So,
That's better.
Is that better?
That's way better.
Well, now I'm stressed.
That's better. Much better.
But I'm better now. It's Friday evening. Work is over. I'm relaxed. No wine, water.
Is that like a for now thing?
For now. We have to start out really slowly.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Play any games this week, lady? Yeah, okay. that was long enough of an answer.
That's a thought. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You really want me to play games, right?
Yeah.
And I want to play. So let's do this. Let's have one of those twitchy sessions where we play games. You and I play games. Mom and Chavar.
Okay.
Super Chevy Bro and Ma.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do that.
What game?
One I can play?
It's got to be entertaining. I'm going to make you play horror games. That's going to be fun.
That'll be fun.
In the dark.
Right. And then we don't have to keep having this discussion. And then you can tell the
here's
viewers.
The thing. Now we have this discussion of, oh, you're not playing games. You should play games. Once you start playing the games, then we'll have the discussion about the games.
Every show we say, are you going to play games, Mom? And I go, yeah, I'm going to play games. No, I go, not going to play games. So
So you've been lying to us?
I wasn't totally truthful. But at least if we do it, you'll know I play games. And then we can talk about it.
Okay. We'll
play
pick
a game that the listeners and viewers want to hear about.
Okay, give me a date.
Next week?
A date.
October. When is the next show?
The next show is next week on Wednesday, October 5th.
Can't do it.
Why?
I mean, I'll do the show. Can't do the playing thing.
You don't do it on the same day as a show. You use the show to encapsulate what happened.
Okay.
You do it before the show.
October 1st.
Tomorrow.
We will start out this new fiscal government year with us playing games.
Okay.
And even we can Twitch it, record it, whatever you want to do.
It'll be live.
All right. Let's do it because I can't do it Monday or Tuesday.
Why not? You busy?
I will be.
Okay. I was listening. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, we'll get you on a game finally.
All right.
I played some games. Just since I got back from the trip. I played
What'd you play?
There's this it's like a game on the PC. I guess it's on Xbox too, but you don't need an Xbox in this generation of Xbox. You can just get a PC. But I played Vampire Survivors. It's like what does that game sound like to you?
People who survive vampires.
But what what's the gameplay? What do you think?
It seems like you're gonna have vampires like attacking, and you're fighting them off and stabbing them and like that.
No, actually, I don't think there's been one vampire in the whole game so far.
When?
Maybe. I don't think that.
So, are you like a vampire hunter?
Yeah, it's like so. It's an old school type of game, top down, infinite map, where you think of like, you know what Castlevania looks like,
Yeah.
the game.
Mhm.
Think of like that, except instead of a side scroller from left to right,
Okay.
it's a top down kind of game. You it's like a. Do you know what a bullet hell is?
No.
Okay, a bullet hell is a genre of game where your character, whether in the center of the screen or not, or
Mhm.
whatever, is inundated with either bullets being shot at them or enemies coming at them. Essentially, if it's a bullet, if it hits you, you lose health. If it's an enemy, if it touches you, you lose health, and they kind of swarm in
And it's
on
called
you.
the
It's called a bullet hell.
bullet hell. Okay.
Hell,
HELL.
yeah, bullet hell. And so, essentially, in those games, what you do is you dodge the bullets, and you pick up power ups or weapons to kill whatever's shooting or is the bullet. Um,
That's where I should play a Matrix game.
Not a Matrix game.
Oh,
I mean, there are Matrix
you
games
said
that
dodging bullets.
you do dodge, but it's a genre that's very focused on upgrading
Yeah.
and being skilled at like. It depends. Some of them, like if you play like a more modern one,
Mm-hmm.
you just kind of need to be kind of skilled depending on the game. But like this one, you just have to move around. I'll show you after the
Okay.
show.
Dodging
But
bullets.
yeah, you dodge. Well, in this one, you dodge vampires or monsters. Yeah, but it's fun. I spent a few hours playing it, and you can do a run in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or something. But it's pretty fun. It's just an old school type of um game, and you just get sucked into it. It's not very deep. There's not like
Maybe that's the game I should play.
no, no.
I
Well, you know what? Maybe it is a game you should play. Mechanically, I think it's very simple to do. and play.
wait a minute. Okay.
I think it's very
Let's
simple
leave
to
it
play
alone.
mechanically.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it might be a little tough.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can't wait to get on that Twitchy.
Outside of that, I just returned from Vegas.
Viva
Which is fun.
Las Vegas.
It was a good time. A lot of homeless people.
You see Elvis?
I saw an Elvis in a wheelchair. I also saw. Did you? Was I supposed to see? Was it another Elvis you were expecting me
There
to
should be
see?
a lot of Elvises.
There's an Elvis in a wheelchair. There's also a. I didn't send you all the videos. I got it. I have this one video of this homeless man twerking in this concert, and then I pan over. Well, first is this woman dancing on stage. She's like a dancing DJ, and then I pan over and there's this guy twerking. This homeless guy. He's super sweaty. You can just tell he's super sweaty. He's twerking, no shirt on, right up against the stage. And he'll move over, and there's a naked nun and a nun and an angel sitting there in the middle of the street.
Was this old Vegas?
Yeah.
Had to be old Vegas. Love old Vegas.
I mean, I guess New Vegas is not that. Not. I mean, it's different.
It's different.
But like the homeless people there are just scary. They're like begging you to. They're dancing in the street, looking you in the eyes, and one guy had a sign. So there's a street
Overpass.
overpass.
Right, yeah.
You walk across to go from like Flamingo to Paris or Bally's or whatever. And there's a guy on there that says donations for coke, blow, and hookers.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Your dad and I were there in 2019?
Uh huh.
Yeah. He's still there.
He's still there.
Guy.
Same guy.
We laughed
Okay.
at that side.
Yeah. There's another guy who was, I guess,
He
trying
must
to
not
be.
have got much money because by now he'd be like strung out.
Well, there's another guy. I
Correct.
guess he's like a street performer doing rapping or something. And this other dude is funny because we saw him when he first got there, and then we came back like 2 hours later. He's still there. Some other guy who I don't know, is a tourist or just some weird guy. He wanted to do like a rap battle against him, right? So the guy, street performer guy, he's like freestyling, then gives a mic to the other guy, and the other guy just starts singing very badly a Wu-Tang song. I forgot the song. I don't remember which Wu-Tang song, but he like doesn't remember the words, but he's singing it, and then
My favorite songs.
Yeah, and so they're doing this rap battle, and then we come back, and the guy's like trying to steal his microphone. It's pretty fun. But we took pictures, we ate at places, and
It's a ball. It's a fun place.
yeah, everyone's weird though. Even the tourists, kind of weird.
They're from all over the world.
I know.
Yeah.
The foreigners, right? Like the not American people. Like you can tell, like, wherever the Europeans got like this scowl on their face. They get on the bus or whatever, and they're talking or whatever to each other, right? And then every time someone gets on the bus, they stare them down and walk. Like, come on, Europeans. It's a bus. Of course you're gonna have weird people. Just relax. It's just going somewhere. But they're weird. And then I guess what was the guy? Not Daddy Yankee. Bad Bunny. He had a concert that weekend, so all the Mexicans were there, and it was Mexico City. Like,
Okay.
no, hold on. It was like I can't tell you how many times I heard Mexican jokes. Like,
No, we're not telling you.
no, it was. We were at the Strat.
Yeah,
We were
okay.
going on our way up there, and some guy said something about. I guess they were buying tickets or something. He's like, "Oh, you can't do that." And he's like, "We're Mexicans, not Mexicans." And some other woman's talking about like It's all this. There's lots of really bad Mexican jokes.
Have you ever heard oh yes we can, we're Texicans or Texi oh, they're bad. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. There is a debate going on tonight I gotta catch.
What debate?
Beto O'Rourke.
Oh my god, that guy.
And the other guy. Who will remain nameless.
Well, Abbott? Look, I don't like Abbott. I don't like Abbott, alright? But Beto is literally, if you met that guy,
he's a little clumsy, okay?
He's goofy.
So what?
He's the guy.
He's goofy with better intention.
Yeah. Sure, vote for him.
I mean, would you rather have a little kind of goofy?
I'm not one of those.
Than to have somebody who's like a.
I'm not one of those, Hitler. Like, oh, I need to be able to have a drink with my president guy. No, I'm not one of those guys.
I don't want to drink with him. None of them.
But this guy, I hate seeing him on TV. I absolutely hate it.
He's better.
Politically, sure, but I just hate seeing him.
I think they groomed him a little better.
Maybe.
And he doesn't have to calm down. I like when he confronted him after the shooting and all that. I'm glad he did.
Yeah,
and he needs to keep confronting, you know?
Theatrics are great. Fine. Not
just theatrics. I mean, he gets to say his opinion. I mean, he may be a political figure, but he's also a citizen of Texican.
What is Texican?
That I can, though. You just kind of. I'm tired. It's been.
What time's the debate?
I have no idea.
Oh well.
I guess I won't be watching it.
I guess you'll be watching it then. All right.
I'm gonna look it up because if it's coming out, we're gonna have to talk really fast.
No, yeah, no. Hold on. I can tell you what's gonna happen. Okay.
No.
One guy's gonna be a Democrat and the other's gonna be a Republican, and that's basically how they're gonna answer everything.
What?
Anyway, didn't you watch a movie?
I did, but you have to cue me up, man. Oh man, it's already started. 7:00. I'll have to watch it on YouTube.
Oh no, I think my. Oh, there you go.
This is Bob's Movie Corner, starring Bob.
Before you start,
Yes?
I have to let you down. Okay.
Hey, what?
So we've taken a lot of vacations over the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
And we missed a sponsor deal. Yeah.
We really missed a sponsor?
Yeah.
For what?
Raid Shadow Legends. It's okay.
Is it over?
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know.
What is that?
Don't worry about it. That's how you have to live life. Don't worry about it. Go for the next one.
All right. We're waiting on the next one. The next
Waiting
big
on the next
sponsor.
one.
Okay. I'm still
Anyway,
going to take vacation when I can.
well, that's when. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Life goes on.
All right, go ahead.
We'll catch
what
you
movie?
next time, raid people.
What movie did you watch?
I watched a lot of things. It's been a while, you know?
Don't you got to get to that debate? So you better cut it down.
It's too late. It started at 7. It's probably over by now.
It'll be on YouTube.
So, that's the great thing about, replay. So I saw a movie. The most recent movie I saw was The Invitation.
Starring.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know who those people were. They were like just random actors.
Not really. One of them's pretty famous.
Cool.
The Invitation. The main actor.
The main actor.
The woman. Natalie Emmanuel. The woman.
The star?
Yeah. And Thomas Doherty. He's pretty popular too.
Was that the vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, didn't mean to give it away.
Anyway, what do you
Another
think of the movie?
vampire movie.
What's the movie about first?
Vampires.
Thanks for that synopsis.
Well,
Great screenplay.
okay, so the previews all go to The Invitation. And it's like a very lonely girl who's looking for family. You know how people are taking the DNA test and they're looking for love in all the wrong places, or family at least. Well, same with her. And she just lost her mom, so she was really lonely. So she does the DNA thing, and quite by incident is how it happened. It was kind of interesting how that happened. But she ends up meeting family, and they're in England. So they invited her to their gathering, and she was just shocked that they would actually invite her, and happy and thrilled to meet family. And she went. So when she went, that's when everything started. Yeah, I need dun 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 music. We need to get some of that. Dun, dun,
Yeah, we'll get some of that later.
dun dun. So she ends up falling in love with the head vampire. But, of course he fell in love with her harder. But I think really he hypnotized her. You know how they do that thing? You think you're in love and they really hypnotize you.
Yeah, huh?
The thing that vampires do. But she liked him because he was all young.
Okay,
and
all
stuff.
right. I'm sorry.
Did I mess up the movie?
I meant like 3 sentences.
Okay, vampire movie. Very much like The Bride on Netflix, and it was something to do that night.
Well, I meant 3 sentences as a synopsis of what it is, and then okay, so what did you think of the movie?
If they send another invitation, I probably won't take it.
Yeah, I saw the movie too. I went on
Okay.
$2 movie day, and it was like we saw like 4 movies that day. Kalanka slept through all of them. This was the first one. Yeah, it felt like okay. There are Netflix movies that are just like The only reason this movie was made is because it could get made by the Netflix studio. It wouldn't get made by a bigger studio
Yeah.
because they're just better ideas than this movie.
But this one slipped through.
Not only this one slipped through, it's like I feel like the movie. Somebody said, "I have an idea for a movie. A, B, C. We don't have an ending. We'll just make it up as we go."
Oh, I think they.
No, I don't think so. I think they said, "Let's make a sandwich. We got bread. Let's go to the fridge and see what we can get."
Okay, so you weren't paying attention to the movie either.
I watched the whole thing.
Okay, I took Cherise. I hope you're listening. I took Cherise. We had a ball, lots of popcorn and pickles and all that good stuff. But she was talking through the entire movie.
Yeah, well.
And so in between, I'd pick up pieces, right? But like I said, it wasn't that dramatic or interesting enough where I had to really listen to dialogue. But I do hear. I had one ear listening to the screen and one ear listening to Cherise. And they did set it up for the end.
What do you mean set it up?
They told you about how the vampires are killed so that she would know what to do.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying,
But that was
okay,
the end.
for example, let's think of the movie The Departed, right? When they made this movie or decided to like
Scorsese?
Yeah,
Oh,
Scorsese.
well.
When he made the movie,
He's a genius.
okay, can we pick? Let's pick a different. The Batman. You saw the Batman, right? Not a genius person movie. Okay, when they made that movie before they even pulled the camera out or something, right? They said, okay, this is the theme. Early Batman, second year of doing it. The Riddler possibly knows his identity, is riddling him to death all around. There's this big catastrophe. Batman's gonna. I don't want to ruin the movie, but like there are beats, and you know what's happening. It's like it's planned. This movie. It wasn't that. I would bet all the pennies in my shoe that this movie was okay. We're gonna have girl gets into a forced wedding with a vampire. No. Forced wedding to a vampire for some cult. What do we fill that in with? Okay, let's make them English, and she's American. Okay, let's put in a little black, white, rich, poor. Sprinkles in there. Comments here and there.
Natalie Emanuel.
How do we get her there? They're related to her mother that gave her up because she was married to a slave, something, a servant or whatever it was.
What?
Yeah. That is essentially. I feel like they went 1, 2, 3. Now let's fill in all these blanks to make it work.
I didn't see it like that.
The movie then if they had done it, the movie should have been 45 minutes long.
It flowed. It went along the track that it set out to go on, and I think any actress could have fit in there. I don't think it was
any actress could have been there,
and it could have been. Everybody's not rich. These people were like filthy rich.
Yeah,
it wasn't,
sure.
So anybody who isn't filthy rich would have been that person. I don't think it was it's the
no. They
rich,
absolutely
poor
did.
thing.
The rich poor thing was in there.
I don't think they made a big thing of the black white thing. Stephanie Corneliuson, she was the mean vampire, the big tall one.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Okay.
And Thomas Doherty, he was cool. But I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't see it again, and I wouldn't go to the second one.
What would you change about the movie?
Everything. Well, like I said, it's very close to The Bride.
It's kind of like The Bride, but I think that it was more, or whatever that movie's called. I don't know if it's The Bride, but it was close to that. But that movie had more suspense or action
It
or
had
whatever.
action and killing and.
This movie, I feel like if they had made it look like And first of all, the trailer ruins the entire movie because
Yeah.
they don't reveal they're vampires or anything until like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, you know.
But then the trailer is like
right.
they're
It
vampires.
tells the whole. Yeah.
If they had just played the movie as like a romantic drama,
But they did.
they didn't though, because they told you it wasn't before you walked in the
Okay,
theater.
let me say. Whose name in it?
I don't know.
It says Mom's Movie Review. I'm telling you,
All right.
that is not correct.
Okay.
I didn't
So
say it was
how-
a good
how
movie
did-
on
how
a
does it
scale of A to Z.
So you're telling me they played it as a romantic drama?
Yes.
What about all the women dying in the library every 10, 20
Well, you
minutes?
gotta have a little snippet.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're what.
That was the drama part.
That's filler.
That was the drama part.
It's filler.
It's letting you know something's happening.
You
You
shouldn't
just
have.
don't know.
They shouldn't.
It's building the
They
suspense.
shouldn't have. They shouldn't have. They're trying.
I give the movie a C because I won't see it again.
Okay, I give the movie a C minus. I think whoever was making it, their idea was to make a movie
I don't
instead
agree.
of making a story.
I don't agree.
Because it's so easy. All the things wrong with it are so easy.
I
to
think they
fix.
copied the story from the other Netflix movie.
Sure, they did, but to make a movie, not to make another story. If you look at, I'm not trying to give any like credit to people who sit in closets all day and tip tap on their typewriter, but the woman who made Twilight,
You mean writers?
yes, the woman who made Twilight, okay, whatever you think of
Disrespect
Twilight, and
writers.
that woman did not say, I'm going to make this a movie and I'm going to do a thing. She sat in her corner and she wrote this story, and I guess it just makes sense. Even though it's trash, it makes sense.
Yeah, but every novel isn't a movie, and every movie isn't a novel.
But that's what I'm saying. You make a movie to make a movie,
Right.
but you don't write a story to make a movie. That's what that movie's like. You could fix that movie in so many ways. It's so easy to see. I
Okay.
think C minus. I saw another movie.
What'd you
It's called
see?
Possum. I'm not. It's about a man
Okay, don't give it away.
who returns home after having what seems like to be a failed career in puppetry. It's a very dreary movie.
That sounds good.
It does sound good and is very intriguing the first 25-30 minutes. But I'd say it's an overall disappointing movie. I couldn't figure out what was happening until the very end, which I guess made it a little more rewarding as a film. As a think piece, I guess it's something like that. As entertainment, it's a disappointing. I feel like, but I think as a piece of like,
Who was in it?
it's just nobody's. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
I didn't know we were going there.
I mean, you can. I'm just telling you, you can go watch that one, and you can tell, like the story was made. Anyway, it's not a good movie. You can watch it, but it's not a good movie. I wouldn't watch it again for sure. But I enjoyed watching that more than the Invitation.
Well, there's a lot of movies I enjoy more than Invitation, but you have to go see a movie, right? I almost went to see Luck, and I didn't think you want to hear about that.
I don't even know what that is. So what's the next
The
movie?
cartoon, Father Stew.
Luck?
Yeah, Luck. It's a cartoon.
You went to.
I was about to.
You know, it's on like Amazon or Disney
Oh.
somewhere. That's free.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the Invitation's not either. Okay, so Father Stew, I saw that. That's actually on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And it really wasn't what I thought it was. I like, what's his name? Mark Wahlberg.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
Father Stew. That was on what?
Amazon Prime. And I like Mel Gibson, even though everybody gives him a hard
I mean, I understand.
Mel
People don't-
Gibson's a good actor.
People don't like racists, but
I know.
he's a good racist.
He can't help it.
He's one of your favorite racists.
He's just a racist guy. But he's a good
He
actor.
makes good movies.
He makes good movies.
And he's a good.
It's like Clint Eastwood.
I was watching
It's
Lethal
the
Weapon.
same thing.
I was watching Lethal Weapon 2 the other day, I don't know where was. Oh, we got back to the hotel room in Vegas. It was like 3 a.m. and Kawhi goes, I was watching Lethal Weapon 2. Whichever one where the guy gets stuck on the toilet with the bomb.
Yeah.
And it's very very touching moment.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, great acting. Go ahead.
He is, really. And I'm glad to see him again. He was in another movie with a puppet or something like that. Now that you mentioned a puppet.
I don't know.
It was really good. But anyway, Mark Wahlberg was in this movie. He was a star. And I didn't understand what was happening. I thought he was like a washed-up actor and had to be a butcher or something like that from the previews, because I don't tend to pay attention.
It's a true story, isn't it?
It is.
I thought he was like a criminal, and he
wasn't a criminal. He was a boxer. He did stuff.
Okay.
You know, he had kind of a jagged life, but he wasn't like a criminal per se. He just did stuff. And it's like he fell in love. And, you know,
with Jesus?
With a woman.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just saw her while he was butchering in the store, and she just ignored him. His lines weren't good enough, and he just couldn't get away. He had to find her. So she's like a church girl, you know, Catholic church, and he wasn't Catholic. So he followed her, went to the church, went to the events. He wouldn't stop going. He volunteered for everything. And then when she finally fell in love with him, he fell in love with the church. And they told him there's no way he'd become a father. And oh my God, he did.
Okay. You know how I feel about Marky Mark's acting. How did he do in this?
He was Marky Mark a little bit.
He's Marky Mark?
He did okay. No.
I just, every time Marky Mark's in a movie, right? He either plays a guy who's a bit of a goof.
He was one.
And like, it seems like the only thing, when I watch Uncharted, which I think is on Netflix now, you can watch that or something.
Oh, yeah.
He plays Sully, but he puts a little more goof in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it, Marky. Oh, did he
play in the one where he was the Father and the
Son and the Holy Spirit?
No, and the big guy. What's the wrestler guy who's on?
The Rock?
No, not him. The white guy.
Batista.
No, the stupid one that won't take off the uniform.
John Cena.
Yeah, wasn't he in that with the father and he was the stepfather or something?
No, I don't know.
He married his wife after they got divorced, and they still went on vacation.
No.
Who was that?
No, I think the one with Will Ferrell, and he's the
It's the dad.
Yeah, step dad, the one where he marries Will Ferrell's. Will Ferrell marries his wife.
Mel Gibson is his dad. That has to be Mark Wahlberg.
That's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
So he was okay in that movie, but in this movie, he was the goof kind of.
Well, he was okay because it's a comedy, and he's playing like a douche.
And he is, so it worked out. But this one, he was doing the
goofy guy thing,
and I think it kind of did. Well, I think he was trying to portray the guy the way he was, But I don't know if he hit it on the head.
Yeah, I just hope Mark Wahlberg finds himself. Is that all? All you got? What else you watch?
I watch.
Oh my God, number 3.
The what's the dragon lady thing?
Game of Dragon Thrones. Throne Dragon. Fire.
Great balls of fire.
Throne. No, Throne of Embers.
It's the dragon
one.
thing.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So the Game of Thrones prequel.
Yeah.
How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I am thoroughly confused. I think I've watched them all. 6.
Okay, let's talk about it real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead. I know this is a games podcast.
I know. I'm so sorry, but we got to talk about the movies.
What is it?
So I'm with them through like 5 episodes, right?
Uh-huh.
And I love it because I'm seeing the little
right?
Hungarians and Draconians and all that. But it got really bad in number 6.
Bad?
Yeah, because the girl changed to another woman because she aged. She got
Right.
started having babies.
Most of the child characters.
Yeah,
changed
they all
actors.
grew up.
Yeah.
You know, they did a good job on her husband though.
I think all of them kind of look
They
like they're
kind of
older,
look like
younger.
they did a
but,
great job
They did
on
the
her,
casting,
and they really
The,
did.
the husband, the queen.
That young girl, she,
I did too.
yeah,
I thought she was
I
really good,
really
yeah.
liked her. She's a great actress. I wish I had her name. I feel bad now. But it just got it started going loosey goosey for me.
Oh.
I understood everything up until then. When the king was appointed by the old king when it first started.
Yeah.
And then he needed an heir and the things he went through.
Let's stick on this one. What got you off kilter?
When his heir started having babies.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember her name, do you?
Venarian.
Raynarian.
Yeah, Raynarian. And when she started having all these, how many did she have? Like 8? 3. She had like 3 babies. Not with her husband, because they would all come out with white hair, right?
They should.
Because they all have like colorless hair.
They're all cousins.
Yeah,
so
platinum hair. It's not even blonde, it's platinum, right? And none of them had platinum hair. So it's like redhead stepchild thing, you know. And they all know that she's not sleeping with her husband because he's sleeping with all the men. And that the babies belong to someone else. And everybody's like, they're not overlooking it, but they are. But
because the king.
Because the king is her dad, yeah. And because
he's overlooking.
And because she's the heir. Yeah, they're pretending, but they know.
Yeah, everyone
But
knows.
I think what bothers me the most is that she's pretending that they don't know. And
that's what she says at the end of the show. She's like, I'm lying to myself, lying. Like, I'm lying to myself, saying... She's lying to everyone else and lying to herself, saying it works.
But that is totally out of line with episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
That girl was smart.
Not until she was almost banged in the brothel by her uncle.
Yeah, well, sex will do that to you. It kind of knocks your brains out. Yeah, that's when she had a turning point.
I think the turning point, because I think the turning point, right, happened in between there. Because I think the biggest thing is like, this is at least like 5-10 years later.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
The king didn't die.
Yeah, they thought he was going to die.
Everyone thought he was going to die. She thought he was going to die. She'd be queen.
Right.
The queen thought he was going to die, and she'd have
Try to kill her.
Right.
Yeah.
Her dad told her that he was going to die soon.
Right.
That's why.
And everybody's alive.
That's why. But he didn't die. I think that's why some of the character differences are the way they are, because he didn't die. He just kept getting old.
So let that be a lesson. Don't count on people dying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it for the movie episode. Well,
all right.
That's my part.
I got to be honest. I think I'm a little tired of this music. So by next week, it'll be different. It'll be different.
This is Mom's Movie Corner, starring
We'll see. All right. Did you know that this podcast is a video game podcast? Because it is, and we're gonna get into the news.
All right.
So Mom was up front with me when she walked in, and she didn't read anything.
Always real. It may not be a good thing, but
yeah. So you didn't read any of the stories.
I didn't actually open them. No.
All right, let's start with Wild Hearts. Did you take a look at Wild Hearts? I sent you the trailer and the.
Ooh, that looks interesting.
Okay, Wild Hearts is a new Monster Hunter-ish game. I don't know what you would call this genre. It's action adventure, of course, but Monster Hunter is a particular type of game, right? So it's a Monster Hunter-esque game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the trailer here. You can watch it
I'm
in the
watching
background.
it. Mm-hmm.
So, but instead of coming from Capcom,
Right.
the creators of the original and long done Monster Hunter, this is by EA, and it's. I mean, they have big monsters. You have tools. It's very fantasy, Japanese inspired. When you look at the character designs, they have kimono and katana and the bladed umbrellas and demon masks and whatnot. The monsters are cool.
Very
they
cool
all they all
monsters.
seem really big and
One of them fell and the whole land in front of him crashed.
yeah. So they revealed this. It'll be out in February, which is not too far from now. Which is a good surprise. Usually it takes like a year or something before something like this comes out. But I was gonna ask you what you thought of the trailer. But besides that, I think it looks cool. I think it looks real neat. I like Monster Hunter. I think the only thing, I mean, there are some downfalls. There's some things I don't like about it.
Like what?
But
I like it.
well, there's some things I don't like about Monster Hunter. But I think this, I don't know, someone else paying a foray into this genre is a pretty good, it's kind of exciting just to see what they'll do. EA has a lot of money. They have a lot of
You
developers.
can tell. Looks great.
And I'm excited. I think it's kind of cool to get like a different thing. Monster Hunter usually Monster Hunter the original is like a post-apocalyptic setting where humans have destroyed the world or whatever in some way or another. And these monsters, right? Evolution has created these monsters. And in order to keep the parts of civilization alive that are around today, we hunt those monsters with these great weapons and we travel the world doing it and whatever. I don't know what the story in Wild Hearts is, but it's out on February 17th, 2023. It just looks cool.
It does. The wolf is really cool.
Yeah, the giant wolf character is cool. Of course, it's EA, so it is a toss-up. They're so big. It's not like you can say, oh, that thing is coming from... do you know... You don't know any studios, right? Video game studios? Okay, great.
EA.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. But EA as a publisher is not... They publish all kinds of things. I think the developer is Omega Force. Let's see. What else have... Japanese developer, Koei Tecmo. What games? Okay, so this doesn't look good. They've made Dynasty Warriors, which I'm a fan of.
Okay.
Dynasty Warriors, but the past 7 years, 10 years of Dynasty Warriors has been Dynasty crap.
Okay.
Samurai Warriors, Warriors Orochi, Dynasty Warriors, Gundam, Fist of the North Star, One Piece Pirate Warriors,
Well,
Hyrule
maybe
Warriors.
this is their breakout, you know?
No, okay. So Dynasty, this company has been making these games, for 30 years almost. And so they were making these really cool games that only really they were making. And then they said, since we're the only ones making them, we're going to put as little into them as possible. So essentially, there were 12 years of the game, which is just a copy of the last year.
Okay.
And, they were really bad. And then they got hired by Nintendo to make the same game they were making before, but using Nintendo characters. So that's where we get Hyrule Warriors, Fist of the North Star, like those kind of things. So they know how to make the game, but they're also very lazy as a developer.
That's kind of sad. Yeah.
Yeah, so they know how to make a good game, but if they also know someone's going to buy it without them putting in effort, they'll do it. And that's what happened for like 10 or 12 years.
Is that
with
because
Dynasty.
they don't want to spend the money?
Well, okay. It's not... Okay, you got to remember, they're Japanese, it's very capitalist, right? Just like here, but no one's gonna complain. They're either gonna not buy your game. So these games are purchased mostly in Japan and China, right? And China stopped buying games for a while, so mostly Japan. People are either gonna not buy your game, or they're gonna buy your game. If people keep buying your game, and you can get away with millions of sales and not spending extra dollars, then why wouldn't you? Right? It's like Madden or FIFA. Why spend all this time and effort and development making a better game than last year if you can just
fix it,
like do a little thing here, there, and then sell it again, right? Well, even if it is broke, it doesn't matter. They bought it and they're gonna buy it, and so so that's a little unnerving.
They did this game?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe they're coming up in the world.
No, I think they got money. EA paid.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure EA.
And they said, okay, we'll quit being lazy now.
But the game looks good. Wild Hearts, go look it up on YouTube. It looks nice. Looks like a rowdy time. At least the trailer's good. That was number one.
That was number
Round one. Fight.
Now it's time
Round
for
two. Fight.
So, PlayStation Stars program is starting. It's launched in Japan. Did you get a chance to look at this one?
PlayStation Stars program gives players better customer service. Got it.
Okay, so you didn't read. Okay. so now, what PlayStation is doing, which is similar to something Xbox kind of does, PlayStation Stars is going to be like a rewards program that rewards you for playing, purchasing, and completing your video games. So it's just, I think it has started in Japan. It gives you a point system. I don't know if it's going to replace Sony Rewards or something like that. I have no clue. But the reward points from completing tasks from games can be used to earn digital collectibles. You can buy games with it, and even use it as credit in the shop, which is nice. I think that's nice. I think that's cool. I need to check my Sony points though.
When they keep saying they're going to improve customer service, is customer service like lacking or?
PlayStation customer service is real basic. It's like well, it's not basic. If you have there are only a few problems you can really have and need to call PlayStation. One is with your account. Let's say you can't get into your account because the password's changed, and you can't change your password on the thing because you can't log in the first place. Or do a wallet thing. Calling them is gonna get you in a lot of loops until you find the one person who's gonna get you to exit that loop. Or you can get into a situation that's like maybe you want to return a game that you bought digitally, which, hey, if you bought something digitally, you might as well just give up. I don't know why you would. If you want to possibly return something, don't buy it digitally. But outside of that, if you wanted to and get a refund or something.
So basically, they didn't really need customer service.
Well, they're there for stuff. I mean, I haven't had to call them for myself in a long, long time, but
so better means more than it was.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. This headline says better.
Let me tell you what I think it might mean. So, part of customer service is when you're not satisfied with something, that they're able to provide you with something. So, with the rewards program and all these things, maybe they will do that.
Well, it says with the rewards programs, you'll get priority when chatting with customer service.
Good, but
yeah, sure. I don't know if you have to pay for it or what it is or whatever, but yeah. It seems like the more points you get, the higher tier you become, and then
hierarchies here.
Hey, that's how the world works, right? Anyway, PlayStation Stars will launch this month, or this coming month, October, in the West. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Let's test it. See.
Oh, great! Yeah, we'll do that. we'll test them and see what they
I
don't do.
know, good customer.
Number 3, kind of bigger news. And
And
I'm
3
sorry.
times 1. What is it? 3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
I didn't hear it. Okay, so Google kills Stadia, its cloud gaming service, and refunds everyone. So in that room next door, there's a Stadia that I bought for you in a box somewhere.
Me?
Yeah, but too bad because Google has killed the service, and you won't be able to download any games from it.
Is that like the Google box thing?
Yeah, so it's like what are they called?
Alexa.
TV sets, TV.
Did and I didn't use it.
No, and it you could download games from it, or you could buy games from it and stream them through the internet, so that you wouldn't have to take any space on your thing. I got you one. It has a controller and everything. It's real cool. Unfortunately,
I didn't
Well,
get to play it.
no, yeah, they're shutting down the service.
They're gonna refund your money though.
Sad. This is expected. Google does this all the time. They make a thing. They're like, "Oh, this is our new big thing," and then it's gone. Like Google Friends, Google Spaces. What was it called? Like their Facebook thing, Google with the dots, and like you make meetings. Yeah, right. Gone. Everything Google does goes away unless it's a giant success, right? So it's gone. It's done. They're gonna refund everyone. It's mostly done because it gained the traction they wanted it to. I think the biggest issue with the traction is that in America the internet does suck. Internet sucks here. If you don't live in or near a city, there's no way you're going to be able to use this. If you do live in or near a city, it depends on if you're in a good neighborhood or bad neighborhood, whatever, right? And then I don't think Google has any good standing with gamers. And so as soon as this was announced and people made fun of it, like the moment it was announced.
Right.
And if you don't have good pull with the gaming community or whatever you call these people, you have a lot of them are kids. A lot of them still behave like kids. So if you don't have good pull, it doesn't matter if you have a good product or not. If it's cooler to quote unquote dunk on it on Twitter,
Right.
than it is to actually get it and play with it, then you're not gonna succeed. It's gonna be a failure. From what I heard, Stadia worked very fine this past year and a half,
Right.
2 years. The streaming is good. You can play the games nice or fine or whatever. But it's more. It's just. That's how the community works. It's cooler to say it sucks than it is.
Well, it
Actually
looks like
try
that's
it.
not the only thing that's going. Looking at some of the things they've killed off, YouTube originals, that's going to be gone at the end of the year.
Yeah, they don't want to pay people. So you know what YouTube Originals is?
No, but it sounds like something good.
So YouTube Originals is like YouTube's version of Netflix. So they would make shows. For example,
their shows.
Cobra Kai
Gotcha.
came from YouTube Originals before it was bought by Netflix. The reason it's not continuing is because instead of YouTube giving people money or funding people to make
Right.
different things, it's more beneficial for them to just let people make things.
Just let them make it.
Because
Yeah.
there are a lot of people very successful
Right.
on high production on YouTube. So I don't think there's a need for it.
Google on Hub is leaving at the end of the year.
Wow, did you use that often?
No, but it was manufactured by Asus.
That's
and
what Google
TCL.
does. That's
Google
what they-
Hangouts is leaving?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Hangouts, yeah.
Yeah, that needs to go. That's YouTube Go was killed 2 months ago. They're just killing a lot of stuff off. Are they like selling out or what's happening here?
Google, you have to realize Google is a company that is like Google kind of works in a way like a pharmaceutical company kind of works. They in-house, they make a lot of stuff and try to like make things that'll change the world or quote
Right.
unquote, right? And the only difference in pharmaceutical, they don't just put it out. But Google will make these things and put it out. And even if it does well, they might still just pull it back because it doesn't further whatever other goal they're trying to do or whatever. So Google comes out with lots of things
They're like
left and right. And all
spoiled
this stuff.
brats, you know?
I don't think it's that. I think it's
Google Chrome apps are leaving us too. What it says.
well, it's not a surprise. It's kind of what they do. Unfortunately. Wow, Mom's very sad about it.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
So, last week while we were gone, GTA 6 Grand Theft Auto, for those not in the know, was leaked. Some hacker hacked hacked Rockstar, and stole video from pre-alpha tests of the game, including like I think hours and hours, which isn't good for Rockstar because it sets back their marketing. It sets back whatever reveals they were planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of the window now. And the child, who's 17 years old, was arrested. The FBI was involved, and he pleads not guilty to.
And he's already on bail, huh?
Yeah, I think it's from the UK.
Yes.
Yeah. He's associated with the hacker group Lapsus, $sign at the end. He was arrested by the City of London police earlier this year.
But it seems like it's not his first go around.
No, it's
not. He's a busy little boy.
I don't know. I don't know why the young kids think like that is cool. Like you're just gonna get in trouble.
They want to be smarter than the other
No, you're
guys.
gonna be okay. Do you hear about this happening? Every time this happens, it's 19, 17, 16-year-olds. Why is it not older people? Older people hack. What do you think they learn?
They learn to be secretive about it.
No.
To hide.
No. If you have a skill, let's say you have the skill of, I don't know, hypnotizing people and getting them to do whatever you want. Kids are gonna hypnotize people to do stupid stuff. Get ice cream. Free tickets to a Cowboys game. An adult is gonna use it to get money. Sex and fame. So what do adult hackers do? They hack to get jobs. They hack and work for security firms. Kids are stupid.
But maybe he's building his resume.
In prison?
They'll get him out of prison. They won't let him stay
I don't know.
there.
It's the UK. You can't even make jokes there. You can't even talk about the Queen without going to jail in the UK. They're gonna let you hack? I mean, come on.
I don't know. Because I think a lot of hackers have gone to jail. Or at least court. So I don't think this is new. I just think he's building his resume.
No, that's not building a resume. Nobody's gonna want you.
Sure they do.
No, they're not.
If you're that good.
No. One thing you need to know about like IT, technological data ethics is like the number one most important thing they look for when hiring.
I can believe that.
And if they think you're
that's
the
why
kind
they
of person,
hire all the hackers.
They don't hire hackers who do that. Not now. Maybe like 20 years ago, yeah, you do a thing and they hire you because now they don't. They don't. No, he might get a job one day, sure, if he's not in jail. But it's not gonna be like, oh, you did the Rockstar Uber thing. I love GTA. You got a job. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not happening.
Well, that's good to know, because he needs punishment for that. That's terrible.
I don't know. It's just an idiot. You could have like.
Maybe he just wanted to see what the game was and share with his friends.
He could have hacked them, looked at it, shared it with his friends,
Yeah.
and been done. He didn't.
Maybe his friends shared it. You never know.
No, he shared it. We know he shared it. We saw. All right. Anyway, hacker smaculate.
It's sad.
Not that sad.
It's not. It's just money.
Don't have sympathy for children.
Not for the child, for the company, but I don't, because they're just.
Don't have sympathy for the
I
company.
don't.
either.
They're going to have tons of money. People are going to buy it anyway. They're always going to buy that game. Right?
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're the person working on the marketing, or you're working on if you're the manager there, that kind of throws a wrench into a lot of stuff, right? Because one thing for there to be rumors, it's another thing for things to be confirmed and all that stuff. Or if people see something and you change it, and then you have to explain that that's not actually that's a little annoying.
When is
But
it due to be released?
if there's no due to be released, that's how early the stuff is. It hasn't even been announced
How
yet.
could he get into that?
The hacker. That's how.
That means they didn't protect it well.
Maybe
17.
it's Rockstar. They're really big. They probably have a lot of people working there. All it takes is one person to get fished or whatever, and it's done. That's it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ho, ho, ho! I've got 5 good reasons for you to shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090, the next generation, the next series of graphics cards, will be released October 12th, coming up real soon. The 4090, which is right now going to be the top dog of the series until they come out
Are
with
these like really, really expensive cards?
They are very expensive, and I'm very excited.
I'm very familiar with those. I own stock. Didn't say that.
Yeah, that's fine. The 4090. So usually how these release, right? I guess the first set was the 10s, right? So there's the, let's say 1070.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's say there's a 1060. Imagine. That's the average Joe, I don't know, want to watch YouTube level of graphics card. Okay? And then you might have a super, which is a little 1060 super. And then you have a 1070, which is stronger than that. And a 1080, which is the strongest.
Okay.
For people who just want to play games. And then you have the 1090. Okay, imagine there's a 1090. Okay? But a 1090, okay, is like, you're not making games. You're not playing games. You're making games.
Ooh.
Right? That's what it. That
What is
90.
that kind of? You slipped in.
Well, I mean, if you want a A6000 something.
What's a
whatever.
3090?
So yeah, so then the next series was 2070, 2080, 2090,
And
right?
the
And the 2090,
30s,
right? And then the 30s, the 3070, 3080, 3090. You okay?
Yeah, I heard it.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I thought we went off the air.
No, you're okay. The 3090, okay, would be the top dog, and they come out with like a super here or art or XT whatever. It's a little bit more. Yeah, but essentially, so this time they're gonna release the 4090, the strongest card first.
Oh, okay. The strongest one.
Yeah, first.
Okay.
I think they're doing this to quell the market a little bit, because what happened last time, COVID just started. They released the 30 series. No one could get one because at the same time, Bitcoin mining was taking off. Everybody was buying these cards. Like, they'd be on sale for 2 seconds. All
Yes.
gone.
All
Bots
gone.
were buying them up. All these people were buying them up. Even people who didn't want them would buy them, and then the next card would, so they started with the 30, 80, and 70 and 90, and then it was just horrible. So I think the 4090 is more niche.
Okay.
The whole thing is niche, right? Most people don't buy graphic cards. Gamers buy them and artists buy them. The 4090 is for people who like to do 3D designs or AI stuff, or you don't need that if you're playing a game.
Okay.
I mean, you can use it, but you don't need it. It's very heavy. It's very big. I think they're putting this out first so they can satiate that enthusiast market. And then after that, you'll get your 4080s, which will come out later. So this is $1,600.
Woo.
You'll probably need a power supply at 100 watts with new cables and cords, because if you have anything earlier than a 30 series, then you're going to need it. It's 2 to 4 times faster than the 3090 Ti. So it's very fast. It's very cool, very big. You will probably, if you're not already running a 30 series machine, you'll probably need to build a new machine to make this go. Probably, not guaranteed. You might be okay, but probably. I think it's cool.
So that means I shouldn't expect my stock to rise.
Why not?
Who's gonna buy that? That's
A lot
not
of
like a
people.
$50
Okay,
card.
think of it like this. You're thinking of it like, who's gonna buy that? But all the people who buy graphic cards, okay, they buy it from. I mean, Nvidia is they're top of the line. They're the top. AMD is after, and Intel's coming out with a new one, but they're not gonna sell as well as this. You okay over there?
Yeah, I looked up my Nvidia stock.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It always goes down when they announce and they release.
Oh.
When they start selling, you'll be okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm excited. I think whenever I get a job, if these are available, I just hope the supply issues on. Because what happened is the price went up 80% on every single one. The 30 series was cheaper than the 20 series was. But so you could get a 3070 for $600 or something, but you couldn't get it. So the actual price was like almost $1,000. It was crazy. So
This
the
might be
4090,
the same thing with inflation too.
yeah. Inflation makes it a little higher, but that's not a bad price for what the leap in power you're getting.
Yeah.
I'd like to get one, but I'd have to get a new power supply too. Kind of an investment. All right. Well,
Where are we?
we were going to talk about the anal beads during chess, but you didn't read about it, so it makes it hard to do that. So I think we'll skip that one.
Okay, thank you.
It's very interesting drama.
Well, I think we discussed this one.
What, the anal beads?
Yes.
No, we did not.
The way the cheating occurred.
Yeah, we did not discuss it.
How did I know about it?
Because you were supposed to read this in the first place.
I didn't.
You looked at the syllabus and you threw it away.
I did. But I remember we talked about this.
What did we say?
We talked about the world champion got up and walked away, was angry because he felt like the other guy cheated.
Right.
And he couldn't prove it right off, but
Still can't.
yeah. But something happened to bring up.
Well, it happened because they played again in an online tournament.
And he was
And
like, ooh.
He did one move and then he left. He did one move and he quit and said he didn't want to play against cheaters.
Right.
But he's got no proof that the guy cheated.
Yes, he did. But
How do you know he cheated?
Because he said,
Okay, the whole anal bead cheating thing is like it's a joke. It's somebody came up with how could he cheat in person on maybe he has anal bead. It's just trying to think of like what way. It's a joke. We had got no clue, and no one saw him jump. The reason people think he may have cheated is because he's cheated before in online tournaments years ago.
Yes.
And he's not very articulated. Did you hear him after the interview?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
What's the guy's
Let's hear it.
Okay, so right after that match, there was an interview, and the guy kind of is like a.
But I'm saying, even if he did get codes and symbols from anal beads, who was sending it to him?
No one. It didn't happen. Hans Niemann interview. Here we go. No. Oh, it should be like 10 seconds long. Why is it?
It's hilarious.
I'll find it.
Hilarious. So now, is it like a popular thing and everybody's using anal beads to cheat?
Well, everyone's talking about it. I don't know if he cheated. There's no proof. Here we go. Let's see if we can hear it.
Magnus Carlsen, and now I'm curious to hear some reactions from Hans in Miami.
Hans, yesterday was a terrible day for you, and today you start out with a masterpiece. How would you summarize it?
Chess speaks for itself.
And then he walks away.
Is it something special doing this against Magnus?
This is after the match. He wants us. Chess speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And he walks away.
He needs to get to the bathroom.
He does not have
those anal beads.
Well, that's been the news. I don't know. I didn't come up with the story. Thanks for listening to the show. This has been the Super Sherry Brothers podcast. Look, we're going to have more games.
And we're going to play games.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to twitch the night away.
Yeah,
all
sure.
Right. We will.
Okay. What day? Tomorrow.
October 1st.
That's tomorrow. You know that.
That is. We're not going to play for like 6 hours. We'll just play a game.
No, we're going to play a game. You don't understand.
What?
That's not how playing games work.
How?
Do you think this is like cooking? Or watching a movie?
Yes, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
It has a beginning, and that's the hardest part.
Okay.
The ending part just comes. It's like a bowel movement. That's what the effort comes to sit down.
We're not doing that.
Wherever it takes you afterwards is wherever it takes you.
What is this show? Anal beads, bowel movements.
I'm explaining to you what it is to play a game. Because anybody who sits in a chair and says, yeah, I'm going to play for 30 minutes, they're either lying to themselves or they don't know how to pick up a controller.
I was going to give you an hour and a half.
No. You're going to come in here ready to immerse yourself in an experience of which you've never had before.
So after the longest week of my month, you want me to just spend the entire day
relaxing and playing a game with his son? Sure.
No, you can't put it that way. That's not fair.
Because that's literally what's happening.
We'll talk about it.
Talk about what?
Anal beads. Wrap up the show. Let's go.
All right. Thanks for listening to Super Sherry Brothers podcast. This has been episode 103. It is September 3rd. Is it
30th? There's no 31st.
I don't know.
I knew
30th.
that was your question.
September 30th. Episode 103. We'll have, I guess, a stream tomorrow. On Saturday, October 1st.
Soon.
What time? You check out our socials, okay, and you'll get the time. If Mom isn't going to play, I'll at least play.
There you go.
And if she does not show up to play, we will punish her.
Oh.
Find a way.
Okay.
Because you promised people at this point.
Right.
And Raid Shadow Legends.
Who?
Thank you for listening to the show. It's been a blast.